3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
Well, would you look at that? We're back again for more fun. Hey, everybody, Puff and Steph here. Happy Wednesday. Today's show brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai. Right on the price, right on the pike. We're in the American Shaman of PA studio. It's time to make your mental health a priority. Visit American Shaman of PA to meet with a certified wellness consultant. Steph, what does Wednesday mean for us?
I almost said Wet Nose Wednesday.
That's your other job with the Harrisburg Senators. Yes, no. So you're not. I mean, not. It's what it's for you, but not necessarily for us. What does it mean for us?
It means Would You Rather Wednesday.
All right. So I didn't want to do a weird one, and I didn't really want to do a deep one, but I think this is a fun one. But I also think it's challenging. Would you rather travel the world all year with all expenses paid, right? Or get $40,000 to spend on whatever you want.
For 1 year, you're traveling the whole year?
Right, so you're traveling for a year, all expenses paid, or someone just hands you a check for $40,000 and you could spend it on whatever you want except travel.
That is tough. Because obviously, I think most people are going right to well, traveling the world, that's amazing. But to be gone for an entire year,
right?
Realistically, that's a lot.
Also, that it makes you wonder sometimes what you value. Do you value experiences or do you value things? Knowing you, I think you would probably pick travel because I think you value experiences. You're not a very materialistic person.
Right, you can be when you don't have any money. It works out really well.
Right, oh my God, my attitude fits my lifestyle.
It's perfect.
Right? I would probably not pick to travel. I like going places for small portions at a time. I don't think I would be happy traveling a full year.
That's a lot.
With all expenses paid. I just don't think I would. I would much rather take the $40,000 and do with it what I please. What am I going to buy? That's none of your business.
No, tell us.
No, I would probably waste it. I would probably waste a good portion of it and go, whoa, you need to hold up, Puff. You got other things to do. Stop. Why do you have a giant stuffed tiger?
Because
why?
I can.
Why? It's they cost $900. Why did you do that? Exactly because I can. And that's not a good way to be with money. And unfortunately, that's kind of how I am with money when I do come into money. So even though it would be cool to travel the world, I don't think I could do it. I think I'm taking the check.
I am thinking way too much into this.
Well, that's the point.
Exactly. I'm thinking realistically, taking a year, I would miss an entire season of baseball. I would miss a season of field hockey. I would miss my dogs, my family, being gone for a whole entire year. I would miss the podcast, obviously. I mean, I could do this from wherever, though. We can do it through Zoom. We did it during, the shutdown. So.
That's not what I was looking for.
What?
What did you say you would miss?
Everybody in my life, all my friends.
You said you'd miss the podcast.
Well, yeah, okay. I would miss you, Puff.
Hooray!
Are you happy now?
I am, okay.
Yeah, so that would be a whole year. That'd be tough for me. But, I mean, how can you say no to that experience? That's a tough one.
That's a life-changing, nobody else gets that thrown at them type of experience. Your great uncle dies and you might get $40,000. Who knows? Right? That happens to people all the time.
Right.
But the opportunity to travel the world for free, someone else's dime, that's cool. Just not for me. Just not for me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I am go on vacation for 5-6 days and I'm good for the next 2-3 years.
Right, because you're ready to get back to work.
That's just not who I am. So yeah, my wife would 100% choose the travel, which is good that she's not making this decision. Wait, you turned down $40,000? We could have done so much. You just would have blown it in this big stuffed tiger. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but we also could have done other things. We want a new garage door. The Huffington Post was asked people for examples of why they or their partner vetoed a baby name. So, as the wife and I moved into our marriage, we're talking about babies, and we'll have a fun little conversation where we talk about baby names and things like that. Nothing really sticks out as a conversation we've had, and maybe that one day where she, we know she's pregnant or whatever, and we are going to have a baby, it'll be a more intense conversation, but nothing sticks out. But some of these are really fun. I was set on naming our son Holden and let my husband choose the middle name Atticus, and then we did the resume test, Holden A. Beer. Their last name was Beer.
That's so funny. They should have left it like that.
I think so too. My husband seriously wanted to name him Thorin Oakenshield. Yes, after the character in The Hobbit. I didn't know.
I don't know The Hobbit.
Yeah. So you don't want your kid to have a name for The Hobbit? Yes, I know. My husband would nix names based on what he called the playground test. Could the whole Banana Fana Fofana song be sung without a bad word? You know what I'm talking about? Steph, Bobef, Banana Fana Fofaf, me, my Momef, Steph.
Oh, okay.
Is that too old for you?
I've heard it, but I needed a refresher course. Now we're all caught up.
Right. Okay. Our last name is Wood. Many things are slightly inappropriate. Morgan means morning in German, so that was a big no. That's funny. I had a list of cute girls' names for when I had my daughter. My husband took one look at the list, handed it back to me, and said no to all of them. When I asked why, he told me they were names of girls he'd kissed in high school.
All of them?
Your husband a hoe.
He gets around.
We don't know how many were on the list, but if there were like 13, it'd be like, man, we're gonna go get you checked real quick.
Right, you kissed all of them?
All of them?
Wow.
I always wanted to name my son Connor. As soon as I told my husband his choice, he said no. He explained that with our last name, Rhea, it was way too close to gonorrhea. So his name would be Connorrhea.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to avoid that.
That's so good.
That's a little Wayne song right there.
Everyone thought it would be hilarious if we named our daughter Abigail. Our last name is Rhodes, so it would be Abby. Okay, that's a Beatles thing. My husband vetoed the name Sammy because I quote, she was a biatch on Days of Our Lives. So her husband was watching Days of Our Lives. There's apparently someone on there named Sammy. He didn't like the name because she was evil and mean. So he vetoed it.
Oh my gosh. Soap operas.
Like, I named my dogs after Will Ferrell characters, but is it weird that I've never really given it any thought?
You like having like kids' names?
Yeah.
I feel like the guys don't think about it nearly as much as girls do.
I want to believe that when my wife, if my wife were to get pregnant, then it would be a conversation. We would absolutely have. I would start thinking about it more. But because it's not real, it's not something that sticks out. It's not something like I don't lie awake at night and be like, okay, what about Steven? Oh, that's a good name. And I knew a couple really nice Stevens throughout my life. Okay. Like, it's just, I'm sorry, like most guys don't do that.
No.
Girls, on the other hand.
I have it all figured out.
How long have you had your baby name list?
It obviously has changed over the many, many years.
Sure,
that I've
with
been
the
thinking
trends
about
too.
it.
The trends?
Right. Right now, I'm stuck on names starting with BR. So I'm on that route right now, and I'm hoping I stick to it.
Like what?
Brindley, Braylon, Brantley.
Is there now? What if the guy's last name starts with a BR?
Then that would be even better.
So Brindley Brown.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Like Brock, Brantley. I love it.
Don't name your kid Brock.
Why?
Yeah. It's just he's got to grow up to be a meathead. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's just an example, But I do have it way more planned out than you, and I'm way farther away from having kids than you are, so...
Yeah, I even have my grandkids' nicknames picked out. I'm going to make my children name their kids. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to find out why the robbery suspect left their wallet behind.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
You know, this isn't the first time we've actually had a story like this, but many times when we tell you a story like this, we don't know the reason why. It just happens, and we sit here and go, oh, we wonder why it happened. We don't have the reason why. That's where the story ends. I guess it'll be a mystery forever, right? In this particular case, a robbery suspect was in the process of going through a house in Germany when the residents returned. In a rush to escape, he jumped out of a window and left his wallet and ID at the scene of the crime. Now, Steph, let's assume you're robbing someone's house and they come home. How in the world would you ever leave your wallet and ID behind?
Right. No, what kind of pants was he wearing that it fell out?
I have my wallet and ID with me at all times. Now, this is not going to come as a shock to most, but I don't do much running. But if I were to have to run and or escape a situation quickly, I am fully confident in the fact that my wallet with my ID in it is going to stay firmly inside my pants.
Right. What was he wearing?
Has nothing to do with that. And finally, after years of doing stories like this, because this is far from the first one we've ever done, correct? Okay.
Right.
We actually have the reason why his wallet and ID were left out.
We have an answer.
We do. Police say he was attempting to make an online purchase of computer parts for the computer he was about to steal.
He was on Amazon.
This dude was impatient AF, was like, okay, this looks like a half-built computer. I'm definitely going to need one of these, one of those, okay, well, let's jump online here and buy it while I'm here, or else I'm going to forget it. You know, by the time I get this thing home, I'll be like, oh, that's right, I should have done it. So he was trying to make an online purchase from the house he broke into to steal the computer for the missing parts of said computer.
Oh, my gosh. He couldn't wait till he left to jump on Amazon.
Wait. This is an amazing story. I'm so glad, finally, after all these years of like, what an idiot. They left their checkbook behind. We finally have a reason why.
Now it makes sense.
At least for this particular one, we could say it makes sense, but in reality, does it make sense?
No, it does not at all.
Ann Herbert, I don't know if you know who that is, but it's the vice president and general manager of Nike's North American division. Surprised you didn't know that. She stepped down after more than 2 decades with the company. Why? She say something bad? Is she part of this cancel culture? No, not at all. Apparently, there's allegations going around that her 19-year-old son used her credit card to purchase and resell sneakers for his own business. Used online bots to purchase 600 pairs of a bunch of different sneakers. And like as soon as the shoes I don't know if you know this, but like people are crazy about shoes, and they'll spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of shoes, and they'll sit online and wait for drops. So a company will drop a pair of shoes, and they'll jump in there and buy these shoes up and then resell them. Apparently, this dude was buying up all these shoes, and he earned a $20,000 profit for him. And somehow this is his mom's fault, and she had to sit down.
What? Oh, so she was like asked to resign.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Wow, way to screw up your mom's life, kid.
So not only did he spend $132,000, right, on her credit card. Now he made $20,000 profit. Good for that kid. But he cost his mom her job.
Wow.
I mean, this is a big vice president and general manager of Nike's North American division.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that includes the United States. Probably the place that buys the most shoes ever.
Wow. And he totally screwed that up.
And he's 19, so what does she do? She can't ground him.
Right. If he still lives at home, kick him out.
But I've seen, the reason why I talked about this, I've seen the picture of this, and like in their backyard were stacks. It looked like an open air shoe warehouse. They're like stacks and stacks and stacks of boxes of shoes that he used this bot and his mom's credit card. 19 years old.
Insane.
And for some reason, she got in trouble for it. And this story I had to talk about, and I want you to think of a friend. I'm going to tell you this story, and I want you to think of what friend you would want to do this with. Okay? And no, this is not some way to trap you into saying me. Okay? So if you say me, awesome. But think of a friend. Australia. 2 friends, Jackson Perry and Noah Palmer, were hanging out drinking beer at Palmer's oceanside home. And they noticed an inflatable mattress just outside by the beach. They thought it would be cool to pump up the mattress and go for a float out on the water for a while. With the beer, of course.
Of course. And this random inflatable mattress that belongs to who knows who.
Okay. Yeah, and has who knows what on it.
Yeah, that's great.
Strong winds dragged them 2 miles out into the ocean, where they were stranded for almost 3 hours. When do you think they started getting worried?
Did they not worry at all because they were drinking beer?
You're close. When do you think they started getting worried?
Probably at the last couple minutes.
How about the last couple beers? They're like, oh man, we're running out of beer. Oh, look how far out from shore we are. Now,
that's great.
Their inflatable mattress was starting to sink as well. They still had their phones on them, which is good, so they were able to call for help. This dude had to jump like off of the mattress every so often to like blow up the bed too. And those inflatable mattresses are tough to blow up.
Yeah.
So he was like,
while it was in the water. Yeah. And he's putting his mouth on this random mattress. Oh my gosh.
The pair was rescued by volunteer rescuers and returned to safely to land. When they were asked if they do anything differently next time, they both expressed zero regrets.
They just want to bring more beer.
They said, definitely check the wind forecast before anything, but other than that, we had a pretty good time.
That's such a good memory for them, I bet.
That is. All right, Steph, assuming that you would stop drinking at your friend's beachside house and go jump on a nasty used air mattress that you find somewhere near the beach, because that's not gross at all. Assuming you're going to do all that, what friend would you want to be stranded at sea, but not really in danger because someone's coming to get you?
Let's pick our friend Olivia. She is so much fun, and I feel like her and I would just laugh about the whole thing.
Really?
We just laugh the whole time.
All right, that's not a bad. Plus, if you get bored, she could sing to you.
Exactly.
That's cool.
She's talented. There's just a lot going on there. Who would you pick?
My wife. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, oh.
No, I don't know. I would either pick
Adam.
I'd have 3 choices. Adam.
Scooter.
Scooter.
Frankie.
Steph.
No.
I do it with you.
Aw.
I like drinking with you. It's fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah, but no, it's cool you picked Olivia. Again, this was not a trick to get you to pick me. It's really good. No, I'm moving on. So yeah, I'm not dwelling on that. I really meant it. I know, I understand why you don't believe me, but it's true. My thing is like, this is just dumb. You guys are in Australia. Do we need to talk about what's in that water?
Oh, that's
Do we
true.
really need to talk about what's in that water?
That part's terrifying.
And this dude was jumping off of, I mean, number one, air mattress is not going to protect you from the great white shark that's just like licking its chops right below you.
Yeah, not quite.
Then this dude is jumping off the air mattress to go into it every 10 minutes. And it's only one of them. The other one might not be able to swim. And they're just two Australians. Oh, crikey, this is crazy, right, mate? Oh, high five. Let's have another Foster's Australian for beer. Right? Like, that's, like, and I would be there going, oh, my God. I wouldn't get on the air mattress to begin with. Now, if you tell me, like, who would you want to get stuck with the air mattress in the Susquehanna River? Yeah, I'll answer that question. But the ocean outside Australia on an air mattress? Are you crazy? These guys are lucky to be alive. I'm glad it's a big joke for them.
They are lucky to be alive.
They are.
We're glad that they're okay.
We had a great time. Can't wait to do it again. Next time, get a better air mattress, right? All right. Coming up next, we got great news for people who don't like to change their underwear.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
All right, so before we get into this, let me be perfectly clear before I start getting messages from people calling me gross.
Oh, you don't change your underwear.
It is never okay to do 2 days in a row, socially okay to do 2 days in a row with the underwear. Right? Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. However, science says it's not that big of a deal.
Are they sure about that?
They are sure. It's actually going to be quite shocking. Okay. As far as health is concerned, they did a study. There is no issue with wearing the same pair of underpants 2 days in a row.
Wait, is this for men and women?
It seems like it. They didn't specify.
I feel like it's less of an issue for men than it is for women. I think for women it can cause more problems.
Well, it depends, I guess, what you did that day, how dirty you are.
How dirty you are.
Well, I mean, did you shower before you got into those underwear, or were you dirty and put those underwear on? You understand what I'm saying? This doctor who ran the study, says as long as those underwear are clean to the eye, meaning you look at it and there's no like stains or anything in the underwear.
There's a lot of things that are clean to the eye that aren't actually
Right?
clean.
That's what I said. And from a health standpoint, you could go, and I'm quoting here, this is not me again, don't write me letters. Several days without a fresh pair.
Ew, why would they announce this? Like it's some kind of great discovery. No.
Good news, everyone. You cured cancer? No, you can wear underwear 4 days in a row now.
Oh my gosh. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Again, I had to preface that whole thing with, I don't believe in that.
I just can't believe he said if it's clean to the eye. There's a lot of things that are clean to the eye. For example, a public toilet.
You don't even want to do a smell test, bro?
Right. Like, are you kidding me?
Like, as a single guy, I'd be like, look at this t-shirt. I'd be like, is this t-shirt clean? Oh, yeah, no, that's fine.
That is such a guy thing. Yep. You smell it first.
You tell me that's not a girl thing? If you have a hoodie sitting in your room, you'd be like, oh, is this cleaner? I don't remember wash it. Oh, no, I can wear this.
I've definitely done it, but I'm just saying it's more of a guy thing.
Okay, well, don't throw us under the bus there.
You don't agree that that's more of a guy thing, really?
I'm telling you to stop being sexist.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong, though. So, yeah, the eye test, yeah, you know.
It doesn't prove much.
But we can go a step further. I mean, how hard is it to take it from looking at it in an outstretched hand to bringing it to your nose?
You know, okay, this might be going out on a limb, but if you have to sniff your underwear to decide if it's clean or not, the answer is probably no. It's not clean.
Why do I feel attacked right now? I'm just kidding.
Like, oh my, I can't believe this is coming from science.
Yeah,
Wow.
Science!
I'm not buying it.
But I understand what you were saying because you didn't want to get into too much detail. Yes, I do agree with you that this is probably more appropriate for men than women.
Yes, definitely.
And again, we'll end the conversation there. A woman was arrested for a home invasion in Tulsa, in part to Cheeto dust found in her teeth.
Yes.
You hear about this?
No, I just love Cheetos.
Oh, I thought you were like, yes, I've been waiting to talk about this. The mother of two kids had called 911 to report that another lady had pried a screen off of her window and gotten inside. The intruder had already fled by the time police arrived, but cops found a bag of Cheetos and a bottle of water on the floor near the open window. Searching around, the intruder named Sharon emerged from the shadows. Police noticed she still had incriminating orange residue evidence stuck in her teeth.
Yes, she did.
She was arrested on first-degree burglary charge.
Homegirl was hungry.
So she broke into a house to eat some Cheetos. There's like a really funny video that like went viral before videos went viral. I think it was like, remember that show America's Funniest Home Videos?
Oh, yeah.
There was like a really funny video from that show where a kid was covered in chocolate. And the mom was like, did you eat the chocolate? And the kid was like, no! And like, that's what it reminds me of.
Yep.
Did you break into this woman's apartment and eat her Cheetos? No! And there's Cheeto dust everywhere. All right, friends, it is time to stump Steph. Just under 40% of people say they get the urge to do this after watching people on TV do it. They get the urge to do this while watching people on TV do it.
Eating.
Snap!
Woo!
Boom! Nailed it.
I always talk myself into eating when I start seeing stuff on like Instagram. I'm like, oh yeah, that does look good. I am gonna have dessert tonight. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. But you ever watch something? Oh, I'm gonna cook that. I have 6 cooking videos saved on my phone right now from TikTok that I'm gonna cook.
Are you going to, or are they just gonna sit there and you're never actually gonna do it? I'm just wondering. Because I'm guilty of that.
Next question. I want to. Like, I have all the ingredients and the know-how to do. One of them is like this amazing cornbread recipe. But I'm like, I can't wait to do it. And then I was like, I'll do it next time I go shopping. I'll buy the ingredients I need. I never do.
No, never
It's like
happens.
6 of them on there right now. According to a recent study, 57% of home-cooked meals in America have this in common. This is kind of crazy. 57% of home-cooked meals. Now, if these were fast food meals, I would understand. But these are home-cooked meals. They have this in common.
Does it have to do with like some specific thing about the food, like something with the fat or the protein, or?
Like it has more or less. I'm confused at your question.
Well, is it a yes or a no? I mean, is it about like fat or protein or calorie?
Okay. Is it
like,
nutritional information?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know if it was going to be like they're over 3,000 calories.
Oh, gotcha. No.
I don't even know what direction to go.
Yeah, it's tough.
People.
Think about what should be included in a home cooked meal. I'll give you that hint.
Oh, there's no vegetables.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
57% of home cooked meals in America don't have vegetables. Listen, I'm not a huge fan of vegetables. I know that's going to come as a shock to many. But there are some I like, and I'll eat those ones. Like, if you're making food for yourself, make some vegetables, yo.
Right.
And that's coming from me, so that means it's important.
Put some frozen broccoli in the microwave. I mean, it can be easy.
Heck yeah. I got an air fryer for Christmas. I found ways to do vegetables in the air fryer.
Oh, I bet that's good.
Yeah, like take some broccoli and a little bit of oil, throw it in there. It's like crispy broccoli.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird. It works.
That does sound good.
It's weird. It's like almost like roasted broccoli without having to wait for it to do in your oven forever.
Yeah.
Easier cleanup too.
Nice. You could start making TikTok videos there with your air fryer.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but then I'd have to like do things at home. I don't wanna do
It's
that.
a lot of work.
All right, I guess that's it. How's that? Is that good? Can we end?
I think so.
All right.
Good note to end on.
I think so. All right, everybody, we will be back tomorrow. Guess what? We have a brand new advice column. We went 2 weeks without having an advice column. The world has problems again, and Steph and I are here to solve them. The advice column tomorrow on the show. Listen to it or, don't. It's your life. Do what you want.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.